Canada, where 8 men can try to buy adult services from a minor and still walk free on bail. Where judges ban poppies, professors cry racism, and science now means shooting ostriches instead of testing them.
Yeah, you heard that right. This episode is going to make your blood boil, because this is the kind of madness our so-called leaders call progress. Welcome to Mac's Opinion, the one place where we say what every Canadian's thinking while the media hides under its desk. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell, because today's video dives straight into the clown show that is modern Canada. 8 men were charged and released on bail in London, Ontario. They were trying to get sexual services from a child. Here are their names. Sukhwant Singh, 22. Syed Bilal Sadat, 31. Jarnail Singh, 34. Sami Tawil, 27. Mohit Dineshbhai Kanani, 31. Poojan Raut, 31. Ibrahim Abdulmalek, 27. Omar Attar, 26. And the judge set them free on bail. I'm sure they'll be good little immigrants and abide by every one of their conditions, right? Yeah, right. Like we haven't seen this story play out before. Dr. David Jacobs presents to you the students of Sheridan College's inaugural MRT class. Little did he know that Canadians are sick and tired of this whole DEI bullshit and took to the comments to share their thoughts. But the doctor got a little butthurt about the comments being made and thought it would change things by calling concerned Canadians racist, only for the ex-users to tell him that he needs to read the room. One user stated that their niece with a 90.5% grade 12 average was denied admission to 2 colleges. The reason they said was they need to reserve so many spaces for foreign students. She said that they wouldn't say how many, but pointed out that the picture says the majority. Another user mentions how white males are deliberately excluded from career choices and employment. The only thing racist about this is DEI. Okay, this next one is going to trigger you. Or at least it should trigger you. Judges Rhonda Vanderhook and Jean DeWolf reportedly prohibited court staff from wearing poppies in the courtrooms of the Kentville Justice Center. Nova Scotia Premier Tim Houston will have none of that in his province, and he may enact a law to protect the right to wear poppies in workplaces. In my opinion, there shouldn't even be a law needed for this. Houston appeared as pissed off as any Canadian would be by saying, "This order was issued under the guise that the poppy is somehow a political statement. This is disgusting." I'd say these judges need to be knocked down a few pegs because this is a clear act of superiority that has gone completely to their heads. Now, since we're on the topic of shitty judges, the Supreme Court of Canada announced that it will not hear a final appeal in a case seeking to save hundreds of ostriches at Universal Ostrich Farms in Edgewood, British Columbia. The decision ends a nearly year-long legal battle, and with it, any final hope that the courts would step in to protect the surviving birds. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency, CFIA, has confirmed that all of the birds have been shot dead. This is heartbreaking. What pisses me off is that the CFIA didn't even bother to test the birds to see if they were even infected. They had almost an entire year to test, but they couldn't even be bothered. Because you know why, right? I'm going to assume it's because the ostrich farm was onto something that would hurt Big Pharma. Big Pharma can't get rich from curing people. They can only stuff their greedy pockets by treating them. Now, let's check in to see what Minister of Justice Sean Fraser has to say.
The Supreme Court has decided not to hear the death of the ostrich cases. Minister of Justice, do you have any thoughts about the case not proceeding to the Supreme Court and whether the ostriches should end their lives?
Look, we obviously are pleased to see the decision of the Supreme Court. It's important that the Minister of Agriculture and CFIA are able to protect the health of the general Canadian public and of the food that we consume in the poultry industry as well. This is a decision that is following the science and evidence, and I'm sure my colleague who has conduct to file will have more to say today. Thanks so much.
Good to see you.
Just as I suspected from a liberal piece of shit, Fraser says he's pleased the ostriches will be killed when he was interviewed in this video. He says it will protect the health of the Canadian public and the food that we consume. What a crock of shit. He even had the balls to say, this is a decision that is following the science and evidence. Where have we heard that before? And what evidence? They didn't even test the birds. Okay, I'm done. I can't anymore with this bullshit. If this video doesn't wake you up, nothing will.
The people running this country are out of their minds, and the only way to fight back is by calling them out. Loud, public, and unfiltered. So do your part. Hit that thumbs up, share this video before it mysteriously disappears, and subscribe to Mac's Opinion so we can keep dragging the truth into the daylight.
Because someone's got to say it, and it sure as hell won't be the CBC. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers!